Well, biotech is, of course, short for biotechnology. It's the science of manipulating DNA, genetic material, for the purpose of benefiting humans, human need. It's really for anybody who has an interest in extending what they learned in their biology and chemistry classes in a very heavily lab-based format.
The beginning of biotech is very interesting, and it's very easy to adapt to, especially with such a positive teacher like Mr. Erickson. It's a very fun class, and there's a lot of very good students in this class that you can relate with.
If you wanted to enroll in Biotechnology 1, you would have had to have completed both biology and chemistry, either at the CP or honors level.
So at the beginning of the class, it was a little bit harder just because it was a review of biology and chemistry, which it's been 2 and 3 years since I've taken that. So it was a little hard to adapt to, but once I got the hang of it and started remembering things, it was much easier.
So Biotech 1 is a really neat opportunity for students that are interested in taking it here. When a student takes our Biotech 1 course, they will have an opportunity to take the college's final exam for that class, and if they pass it and of course complete all the other requirements for the class, they will receive 4 college credits.
My favorite thing that we've done in this class so far is the micropipetting. It's just really fun to see the different volumes that you can use and how small things can actually be. I really enjoy the class. It's really fun. I'm learning a lot. Mr. Erickson's a great teacher. Yeah, it's just really fun.
I would recommend starting biotech for anyone who shows interest in this type of stuff and will want to progress into this field in the future.
I would definitely recommend that a student start the biotech program. If you're considering taking it, I would take it in your junior year, so then you can take forensics, which is Biotech 2, in your senior year if you're interested in that.
Biotech 2 is brand new this year, and basically what we're doing with that course is any student who has completed Biotech 1 would have an opportunity to take that course.
Biotech 2 is a good class to take. There's a small class size, so it's really good to know to your teacher and to get in-depth into the subject better than Biotech 1 because it's more focused. If you like Biotech 1, then I would definitely recommend going to Biotech 2. You'll have a lot more of the good stuff that you got to do in Biotech 1 and a lot more concentration with your teacher and on the material.
I've enjoyed doing these 2 classes. They've been a lot of fun. The students have been terrific. I hope it continues. So any kids that have any questions, they may stop by any time.
The IB program, or the International Baccalaureate program, is designed for students who want to gain credits that can be used at international schools, and for kids who just want to challenge themselves and get a head start on college-like classes.
So if someone's thinking about going into an IB class, they should know that part of being in an International Baccalaureate class is that you are going to have a lot of independent learning.
I describe it as an organization where it's worldwide, and it has different classes that everyone can take that try to connect people together from across the planet, but also to current events.
It's definitely a more structured program. If you take, if you're not full IB, you can take basically whatever classes you want, right? As long as you fulfill the graduation requirements.
The students at the IB program would intrigue the most would probably be students who really want to get in depth with their schoolwork, not just skim over a passage, but deeply analyze everything that they read, and people who just really care about school and deep critical thinking.
I love teaching IB classes because even as a teacher, they really get you to think. It's not just, here's the curriculum, study it, memorize it, and take a test. It's really about thinking about something critically, looking at information from all different angles and perspectives, and coming to our own conclusions.
What's really exceptional about IB is that how far in depth they go with all the that they teach. I noticed for AP tests, because I've taken some of the AP tests, that although it's very knowledge-based, it's more of how much do you know versus how well do you know it, especially for the IB, because IB oftentimes asks how do you know it, why do you know it, and how does it relate not only to the outside world but to yourself.
I think it really gives you a well-rounded academic perspective, because especially like with the theory of knowledge class, you know, you get to look at the way that you're learning things. So it's all the classes really tie together well.
The IB program does not limit my abilities to participate in out-of-school activities. I still compete in track. I do boxing after school. I have time to go hang out with my friends. Yeah, I'd say it's pretty flexible.
So if a student wants to take an IB class like any other course, they would just need to check and make sure they have the prerequisites. A little different for each class, but it's really just a matter of signing up for the course if a student is interested, if they have the appropriate prerequisite background. And if they want to be a full diploma candidate, then they would see me in January of their 10th grade year and register as a full diploma candidate.
So if you want to get involved with the IB program, please go to Mrs. Doenchai's room. She's in E1 and she's very friendly. She is one of the best teachers out there. So yeah, go have a chat with her.